Alright, and we are live doing another WWE Raw review. The first Raw from the new month of August, August 4th, 2014. I'm your host, Tony, and your co-host, as always, the Bizarre One, Dave. How are you doing tonight, Dave?
Not too bad.
Alright, well, this is already, and just hop right into this Raw review since it's kind of late, and we don't want to make it too long. So, first off was the Authority for once. They came out to the ring all dressed in suits. Randy Orton, well, not Kane. I'm sorry. Kane was dressed up in his ring attire. It was Randy Orton, Kane, Seth Rollins, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon.
The beginning, something that never ended.
Yes, this was a little bit of a... We'll just start off tonight and say it was a filler Raw. You kind of got it once they announced that next week's Raw, it's going to be like Hogan celebration night because it's going to be his like birthday party kind of thing there. They're saying that there's going to be surprises. And I really think it's going to be like possibly an NWO reunion. They were talking about that maybe.
I think it's more.
We'll get to that later.
Like it's more for the whole network being launched next week. And, like, what is it, internationally or globally or whatever?
Yeah, but let's just jump into it because I haven't really mentioned what they really did tonight. But Triple H pretty much advertised every match that was going to be on SummerSlam and said that you can get it on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month. And that was pretty much the word of the day, or the line of the night, which was WWE Network, $9.99 a month. I mean, you heard it from Jerry Lawler, you heard it from JBL, you heard it from Michael Cole, mainly from Triple H, who was pretty much saying it in a troll way to get you, like he was purposely trying to piss you off. The way he was coming off with it. You seem to enjoy it. Did you? Because I heard you say you would.
I thought it reminded me kind of when Shawn Michaels and Triple H as a DX, where they promote WWEshop.com crap. I would love to see them.
Yeah, when they were.
I tweeted.
Yes.
I would love to see them.
Yes. Like how they used to promote their stuff.
Yeah, like overly.
Yes.
That would be so cool. You know, have like Shawn Michaels come back and they just promoted the WWE Network like that. That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, but they went a little bit too far tonight. I mean, they mentioned it all the time. I get it. I don't know if they are that desperate or they're just saying that a lot, because it's going to open up next week and overseas and everything, and they just want to remind people. But my lord, man, they had to at least say it at least over 100 times tonight.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if you were taking shots on the WWE Network, you were going to be drunk.
You probably would have died if you would have did that.
Yeah.
But I mean
we didn't really touch on this yesterday on our Wrestling Talk Sunday every Sunday. Plug. But they only gained 30,000 subscribers since WrestleMania.
Yeah, and
I think they lost. Sorry, go ahead.
It's more their fault because they haven't really been promoting it correctly.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean,
and now they are. Not so much with the saying, the $9.99 thing, but when they show commercials of like tonight they're having the Brock.
Now.
I'm sorry?
They have tonight's commercials like really good. They're really good. I don't mind the commercials for the network. It's just them plugging it every second. The commercials were good.
Yeah, because the commercials. Yeah, the commercials are great. They promoted the Brock Lesnar Cena match. They didn't show SummerSlam. They're going to show this Sunday, but when they show the network like a preview of what they show on the network, or if there's like a new show or like a pay-per-view that they're going to show on there. That's what
do those commercials too, where they show. Yeah, the commercials they were doing, like, go get the WWE Network, The Rock, Austin, Hogan, they did all that.
Yeah, that's good. But when you just keep repeating and repeating and throwing it down our throats like WWF,
I
people
didn't
are
know
just
if this was Raw or was it 3 hours of an infomercial for the network. It sure seemed like the 3 hour infomercial.
yeah. But let's get into Raw. Triple H came out and says, we're just 2 weeks away from the biggest pay-per-view of the year, of the summer. I'm sorry. SummerSlam. He plugs the network as always, like we were talking about with the 9.99 stuff. Triple H says that Rollins came with them with an idea earlier and says that tonight there will be a beat the clock challenge between him and Ambrose. No, not facing each other, facing different opponents, and the winner, whoever had the fastest time, would face or pick the stipulation of their match this in 2 weeks at SummerSlam. Triple H announced that Ambrose will be taking on Del Rio, a rematch from SmackDown, and Rollins would be facing RVD. Any thoughts on that before we get into what Stephanie said on the mic?
I was interested. I was like, cool, this could be a good night, and then went downhill.
Yeah, well, Stephanie says that later tonight there will be a contract signing between her and Brie Bella at SummerSlam. Stephanie says also if Brie gets out of line, she will put her in the hospital right next to Daniel Bryan. Triple H grabs the mic again and hyped at the WWE World Title match at SummerSlam between Brock and John Cena. Triple H keeps overhyping. Yeah, he kept overhyping the network after he announces each match on the card. It was just getting crazy. Randy Orton didn't get. Oh, go ahead.
I would say it was entertaining. The beginning of him doing that was like DX Triple H a little bit, doing like funny little haha stuff on there.
Yes. Kind of like what they used to promote DVDs and shirts that just came out of the WWE shop. But Orton says that the best part of SummerSlam is that he guarantees that he will continue to dominate Roman Reigns and beat a WWE World Heavyweight. Took something from Roman Reigns because he took something from his, which was a World Heavyweight Championship title match, possibly at SummerSlam, I guess. He destroyed Reigns last week, and that he will do it again. That eventually made Reigns come out. Reigns says that Orton said the Viper is back, which means he took everything Orton had last week, but he is still standing. Reigns says he will make a deal and says that he will take out Orton tonight for free. That's okay promo from him. Triple H then says, I'm sorry, said that tonight. Go ahead, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was just saying, people kept going on Twitter about, Roman Reigns, great promo, short and sweet. Really, that's all he can do, honestly. He's not a talker at all. I'm not a huge Roman Reigns fan. I like him, but it just seems like everyone's like wanting him to be champion right now. It's getting kind of annoying.
No, he should not be champion right now. But I mean, it wasn't a bad promo, but it wasn't great or anything. But Triple H says that what did he say? Triple says that tonight Reigns is going to face Kane. Triple H tells Kane that he expects to see a demon tonight, and said that the match will be a last man standing match. And then the match ended up headlining, not headlining, but was the start of the big, was the first match of the night on Raw. And I'm going to touch on this for a minute. I don't really care. I mean, I get last man standing matches, but if you're going to have Kane in a last man standing match, you're going to have almost kill Kane. Because to me, Kane's the demon. He shouldn't be losing in last man standing matches. I understand that, but like stretcher matches and last man standing matches, those are type of matches Kane lives for or should be living for. You know, when he first came into WWE, he was like an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Now they have him losing in stretcher matches, and they have him lose tonight, for example, by a spear. I mean, seriously. He couldn't get up from a spear. He didn't.
I hated about that. Why didn't he just roll outside the ring?
Yeah, I mean, he
and
could have rolled out like he did earlier in the match, yeah.
he would
And
have been standing up. It's like because he almost got up and he fell down. Like, why don't you just roll out?
yeah, there was only a kendo stick involved. I think the chair was involved just for like one spot. There was a table spot, but
Which
other
was
than
good.
that, yeah.
And
But
then
the last man standing match to me didn't really make sense in the match. It didn't really need to be in the match. It makes Kane look weak,
well, Kane
like
ain't looked strong for a
seriously.
very long time.
I understand that, but I mean, if you're gonna have Kane lose in the last man standing match, have him like get speared 7 times, like, and hit with a chair a couple of times, and through a
If Kane,
table or something.
you know how many people would have been pissed off on Twitter?
If he would have won,
Yeah, people would have been pissed that
I don't
Roman
think he should
Reigns
have.
lost
I
to Kane.
mean, yeah, I mean, I understand. Okay, I'm not gonna say Kane should have won. I'll say that right now, but he should have at least taken more shots than maybe 2 spears and a Superman punch. You
Maybe
know?
have, or no, that wouldn't have worked. I was gonna say maybe have Reigns speared him through a table, but that'd been kind of like Rhino-esque a little bit too much.
So what? Who cares? Instead of having him go through one table, have him maybe set up 3 tables in the turnbuckle and spear Kane through him. And that's a little bit more believable in my eye. But having him just, Superman punch him and spear him, Roman Reigns took the worst spots. He took the table spot. He took the chair
Yeah.
spot. So I mean,
The table today isn't. Me and you could take a table spot today. The way the tables are today.
oh well, definitely. But
And Roman Reigns did get busted open. He ended up having 6 staples in his head, I believe.
yeah. But all in all, it was a decent match. Roman Reigns gets the victory. Makes him look, keep him strong going into SummerSlam facing Randy Orton. Then we got our promos, our video package, you could say, for John Cena and Brock Lesnar for SummerSlam, and this was great.
It
I'm
was
not gonna,
hilarious to me.
I'm not gonna
Because
repeat everything they said because it was a lot.
everyone kept going on and on about how great a promo. This is Brock Lesnar's best promo.
I
It
thought
was
it
from
was.
years ago. This was from 2 years ago. It was the same video package they showed during the Extreme Rules thing with him.
Oh, if it was, I don't care. I don't know. It sounded different. He said different stuff though.
No, I think it was the same thing. He said that he's going into facing him at Extreme Rules. They did the same video package, and they said, "Yeah, I'm an ass kicker. I'm not. I don't care if you like me. I don't respect nobody."
No, he mentioned conquering the streak and all that.
I think that was cut from something else, though, but I think most of that footage was from the Extreme Rules one.
I don't know. I gotta rewatch that pay-per-view then.
It could have very well been a different interview. It just seemed kind of. It made John Cena look really wishy-washy on there, and then they made Brock look great. I mean, that's, I guess, the only way you can make
it made Cena look like the underdog, like he should. Even though Cena, yes, he's beaten Brock Lesnar before, which was 2 years ago. Yes, he beat him. But in real life, or in honest, in plain view sight, Brock Lesnar looks like he should dominate Cena. And to me, Cena looks like the underdog and should be portrayed as the underdog. And that video package tonight pretty much portrayed Cena to being like he has really no chance of beating Brock. Like Brock is unstoppable right now. He's beating the streak, all this stuff. He's overcome a lot. That's what I got out of it. It was a good video package.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I would definitely go up on YouTube, type it in, or go on to WWE.com and check it out. Oh yeah, if you're gonna watch any WWE main event, SmackDown, you're definitely gonna see it again a lot. So get used to it. But it was really good. No Cena, no Brock, no Paul Heyman live on the Raw tonight. So it was different. For this type of Raw, it made sense. You can get away with it. But in all honesty, I wish Paul Heyman was there live. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, next we get to the Sandow act of the night. which he was
Oh, on.
which he was dressed up as a Oklahoma Sooner football player because they were live in Austin, Texas tonight. And we got the return of Mark Henry. Match was probably 2 minutes long, if that. Mark Henry gets the victory. Yeah, and he ends up shaking the hands of Vince Young in the crowd, which was not mentioned by any of the ring announcers on commentary. I thought that was kind of funny. What do you think about the return of Mark Henry? You excited about it? Don't really care?
I could care less. I mean, how many times did he come back? Oh, this time he's a good guy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna end up joining that little group with.
It would make more sense to have R-Truth join than over Mark Henry, but R-Truth's mixed in with the whole Bo Dallas thing.
And I don't really care for. I mean, like R-Truth is. Don't get me wrong, R-Truth can have a good match, but I'm tired of that, man. I'm just worn out from R-Truth. I don't even mind Mark Henry. I mean, I would much rather see Titus O'Neil join them. I don't think they're going to go that route. I mean, I guess Mark Henry's fine at the moment. But yeah, he returns, gets the win over Sandow, and that's it. That's all we really can say about that. Next, we get Adam Rose and his Rosebuds looking into some kind of mirror. Was that his image of Kruger from NXT that he was seeing in the back?
I have no clue, but I have no clue. This was pointless and to me kind of stupid, but I don't know what it was.
Could this hopefully, maybe, possibly be a gimmick change?
I hope so.
Like a cheap way of changing him? Because did he dress like that when he was because I didn't see him when he was Kruger in NXT.
He was dressed kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of hard to describe. Like he dressed like in like a shirt and like some almost some weird wrestling pants type things. But yeah, he was just like, and really sadistic, and he talked in his actual I think he's from like Africa or something like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and I like that character, Leo Kruger's character, a lot better than this.
I misspelled Stehanie on the title. I gotta change that. Damn it. What else? Yeah, well then we got to our other match of the night, which was Del Rio and Ambrose in the Beat the Clock Challenge. It went kind of long. It went 15 minutes long for a Beat the Clock Challenge match. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Anything you want to say about it?
So it was kind of like, okay, yeah. They'll probably make the first match go kind of long just to have it be an interesting time.
I thought it would have been funny if it would have ended in $9.99. But that's impossible. But I just thought it was funny how this match went so long. I mean, you never see Beat the Clock challenges go that long.
Well, they still had a lot of time to kill, too, so that's another reason.
Yeah, Ambrose gets the win. He's the only man that's in the WWE who sells an injury for 3 months. Still with that arm and shoulder brace, whatever. Next we get
his injury pretty good.
Yeah, next we get to Rusev and Sin Cara, which was a match that ended over the WWE app.
Which I could care. So I didn't care. I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't really mind that I missed that match either. We end up getting Zeb Coulter coming down to the ring, giving his little spew about America and stuff, and why Jack Swagger is fighting for this country and fighting for every man and woman who works the 9 to 5 or whatever have you. And you know, they ended up getting attacked by Rusev. Rusev beats him down with a flag. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a flag match, like you were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear some kind of announcement in the next week or so that'll be some kind of flag match or something. It's got to be, especially the way it's very, getting the flag involved. Do we possibly see
Yeah,
a Hogan and Rusev? Do we see a Hogan and Rusev stare down next week on Raw?
that'd be interesting. But they did announce it that there will be a flag match.
Oh, they did? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was a flag match. But that would be kind of cool.
Well,
How cool would it be if the Iron Sheik? But that won't happen. But Iron Sheik, Hogan, and Swagger, that'd be awesome.
oh gosh. I wonder who the surprise guests are going to be. It should be interesting.
You'd probably a bunch of video
Um,
packages, I bet.
But yeah, this Zeb Coulter, Jack Swagger, Lana, and Rusev feud is it's really good. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait for the match. Just hope it can live up to the hype. Next week should be interesting, especially since Hulk Hogan's going to be there, and see if they get Rusev and Lana possibly involved with the whole Hogan being there. But guess we can all just have to tune in and find out. Next we got to.
Maybe Swagger can come out to Hogan's music at SummerSlam.
That would be interesting. Good idea. Next we got the most disappointing match of the night, which was Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler, which went probably about another minute or a minute and a half. Dolph Ziggler gets the win. Cesaro, I don't know what's going on with him. He's on a little bit of a losing streak right now. He had a great match last week with Cena, and then he gets this kind of a mess next week following on Raw.
Wow. Is he going to be teaming with Sandow from now on or something? I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, I understand Ziggler winning, and I wouldn't have mind Ziggler winning if it was a long match or a semi kind of long match, but
for Cesaro to job, just 4 weeks ago, he was one of their top guys with Paul Heyman, and now all of a sudden, he's basically turned into a jobber. He's not even going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Mr. Cesaro to be on the pay-per-view. If he is on the pay-per-view, he'll probably be in the pre-show match or something like that, but it's not looking very, very bright for Cesaro right now, which kind of sucks. He was one of the main guys. I mean, he won the Andre the Giant trophy. He looked so over at WrestleMania.
But a month ago, I mean, it's like, boom, he's no longer with Heyman, and now all of a sudden, it's like, hope you don't turn into Axel and Ryback, because they were with Heyman, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. They're basically nothing.
It was announced at SummerSlam it would be Miz versus Ziggler at SummerSlam for the IC title. Miz ends up going into the ring, holds up the IC championship into the face of Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler goes for a super kick, but Miz falls onto the ground, covers up his face. Ziggler smiles and walks away. This is just your, heel versus face. This is just your common feud match. I mean, it's actually a good feud. I will not lie. I'm enjoying the feud between the two guys.
My biggest problem with Cesaro jobbing, basically having to job to Ziggler, was that we all know Ziggler. I'm sorry to disappoint the Ziggler-ites, but Ziggler is not going to beat The Miz in The Miz's new hometown of L.A. That's my biggest problem with this right there. Swag, yeah, he lost.
You gotta have Ziggler. You have to have him look believable you gotta make him look like he has a chance.
Zack Ryder on vacation?
I'm sorry?
Was Zack Ryder on vacation?
Well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, I guess they saw it. I mean, I don't agree with the match being so short, but Cesaro is like a credible opponent for Ziggler to beat. But the way it ended and the way they had the match was really shitty.
It was just stupid. I mean, Because Ziggler's not getting no big push. I'm sorry. He's not going to beat The Miz for the title. That's what really had a problem. You had him just job to Ziggler for basically no reason.
No, there is a reason why he won, though.
Yeah, I didn't say because he won. Because he had to job to Ziggler. They didn't have to have him do that. They could have brought Zack
I guess they cut the match short. I don't understand. We'll never know. Maybe we'll get a rematch on SmackDown. We can only hope.
It'll be even quicker.
Next, we got Tom Phillips in the back with Paige. Paige says she wrestled AJ, wishes AJ a speedy recovery after what she did to her on SmackDown. Paige said it's a dream come true to face her idol for the title at SummerSlam. And Paige says she hopes she recovers quickly and can't wait to see her. Paige as a heel that's just her. It fits her greatly. I mean, I'm glad they turned her heel because that's what she should be, not a face. She didn't really work well as a face. As a heel, she's great. Any thoughts? No?
Yeah, I agree. I like Paige. I actually like Paige over AJ, actually.
I'm beginning to kind of feel the same way. And I'm an AJ mark, so that kind of says something. Next, we get the return of Goldust and Stardust, and they have them face the same motherfucking tag team they always face, and Ryback Axel. Guess it was an alright match. Goldust and Stardust end up picking up the win. Not sure where they're going with this.
The perfect match if you were gonna turn Cody against Goldust, have a match at SummerSlam. That would have been the perfect amount of time to do it. Since they didn't do it, who knows what's gonna happen?
Not sure what's going on. Not sure.
And we also did find out that AJ Lee will be on Main Event for some reason.
The return of AJ Lee from her injury. She'll be on Main Event tomorrow night. Not really sure what she's gonna say. They didn't even really announce a match either. On SmackDown, we'll get to SmackDown later. But on Main Event, we get the return of AJ Lee. Next, we go to the back where it's Triple H and Stehanie. Kane walks in, takes his mask off, and hands it to Stephanie McMahon and walks away. Is this possibly the end of Kane?
No, he's coming out.
The movie is coming out, yes.
That's why they're doing it, where he be without the mask, so they can see him. He got to show up promoting his movie in a freaking. Well, it's not gonna be showing up too many places to promote it, but wearing a mask. So yeah.
We're gonna get to the contract signing in just a second. As a comment in the chat room. We just want to go through Raw real quick, and then we'll give our thoughts on the main. We'll get there in just a second. Yeah, movie's coming out. I guess you got to have him without the mask for a little bit to promote things and stuff like that. I've seen the trailer. Looks all right. Should be interesting of a movie. The first one was okay.
It looks like. I think the first movie is really good. I don't know if this is going to be as good as the first one because it kind of seems like that movie that, kind of like the Jason X movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's not really that good because it was like out of outer space. It's like in a hospital or something like that, I believe.
It's the same old scary movie, but let's just get on with Raw. Next we had Chris Jericho versus Luke Harper. If Jericho wins, Luke Harper will be banned from ringside at SummerSlam as well as Rowan. He's already banned because of the loss he had on SmackDown. It was an okay match. I mean, Luke Harper and Jericho should have been a great match if they were given them the right time and the right ending. I mean, you had to figure someone was going to get involved, and Bray Wyatt ends up getting involved and gets Luke Harper disqualified, so Jericho wins. This match made no sense. I mean, why would you have that happen? I mean,
yeah, I don't get this. I mean, this makes no sense at all to me. Okay, if you're going to go this route, then Bray Wyatt should have beat Jericho at Payback because he couldn't defy the odds. And then Jericho getting his match at SummerSlam, eliminating them from the match would have made more sense than this.
Yeah, and it
It
made no
just makes
sense to
no
have
sense.
Bray Wyatt get involved and causing the match to end like that.
Yeah, but I feel it makes no sense that he has to eliminate the other two Wi-Fi minutes when he beat them when they were there before.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying,
Ugh.
but yeah, Jericho wins by DQ, so he'll have his singles match, no one involved, at in 2 weeks at SummerSlam. Next we get Diego versus Fandango. I mean, this is just getting stupid now. Don't
And
really care
Fandango.
for this. Fandango is really it's like the definition of why they haven't pushed Adam Rose, because Fandango was hot for like 3 months when he first came out, and then he started sizzling away. And I think they feel the same way it's gonna happen to Adam Rose. He's that silly,
Adam
party
Rose,
gimmick.
no offense, but he was nowhere near as hot as Finn. Not literally, but nowhere near as on fire as Fandango was coming off that WrestleMania. So
Well, of
there's
course. I
no
mean,
comparison.
they've never okay, but in all point, in Adam Rose's defense, he isn't all right. He could put on a good match. And also,
Yeah,
he hasn't really been given the chance to get the crowd over on him. When he first
yeah, but
when he first debuted, he did pretty good. But they should have it to where the crowd didn't know to cheer along with his theme song like Fandango.
well, they didn't
That
know
just
that either. The very first time it happened, it went viral, and everyone on
I just
YouTube and
think Fandango's theme song is just more catchier and more fun to do than doing over and over. You know what I mean?
but people were
It
doing it
just
on the subway, going home from the. Were you at that show?
No, I did not attend that WrestleMania. I skipped that one.
I'm at the Raw.
No, I
With that,
skipped that one.
I mean, people were like going on buses, still doing it from the arena. I mean, that thing went crazy when that night after WrestleMania was
Yeah,
going
he
nuts.
was, like I said, he was sizzling hot at the time, but
That's
he
why I don't
kind
think
of
you can
died
compare it
down.
to you, because Fandango was a huge hit on Raw, and that was just like a huge hit from NXT trying to transition to Raw.
Yeah. I'll let me go get my phone charger, but continue.
That's all I was trying to say is that, yeah, Fandango was a bigger flash in the pan. I don't think really. And Fandango almost had a shot at being champion, like Intercontinental champion. I believe it was going to be his spot that year at a pay-per-view, but he ended up getting injured, so he lost his when Curtis Axel was Intercontinental champion. I think that was actually supposed to be Fandango becoming the Intercontinental champion, and then he got hurt, so he couldn't do it.
Oh, well, yeah, that match happened. So Fandango loses again, but just he's on a massive losing streak as well. Not really sure where they're gonna go with him as well. It just seems like another guy they don't know what the hell to do with.
And put him on
Uh,
Super.
yeah, right. What was the next match that was that? My phone died, so I don't have my notes. Do you possibly remember it? No, not at all.
I'm trying to think of what they did after
Well,
Fandango.
let's just get to the main event of Raw. If we skip something, oh well. Let's get to the main event of Raw, which was Rollins. And I don't think they did really anything. I mean, there was a Bray Wyatt promo, but it was a Bray
Yeah.
Wyatt promo that
They
we
did a
can't.
bunch of
We cannot
WWE Network.
repeat what he says the way he says it. So I would highly suggest or go on WWE.com or whatever, and definitely check out the Bray Wyatt promo and check out the video package of John Cena and Brock Lesnar. If you're not going to be seeing SmackDown or anything like that this week, I'll definitely check that out. But anyways, we had Rollins versus RVD, but before the match started, Justin Roberts gets on the mic, says that Rollins will not be facing RVD, and out comes Heath Slater. Heath Slater will be taking on Seth Rollins. So Heath Slater, my God, in the main event of Raw, as hell freezed over. My Lord, I could not believe it. That when he was announced that he would be facing Rollins, that made me think, oh, for sure Rollins is going to lose. I even had in the back of my mind that Rollins was gonna somehow get in. I'm sorry,
I thought
Ambrose was somehow gonna
Rollins.
get involved in it. I'm sorry.
I thought Rollins was gonna kill him, but then you seen Ambrose walk out all of a sudden. Oh, like, oh, okay, this is gonna be one of those Barry Horowitz moments. You don't know who Barry Horowitz? Go watch the WWE Network. But still, yeah, I mean that was like kind of one of those moments, and I was like, when I first heard his opponent, I was saying, okay, it's Zack Ryder. That's what I was thinking immediately. Okay, here comes Zack Ryder.
Yeah, it was Heath Slater. It was. I mean, for what the match was, and it wasn't a bad match. You know, Ambrose was messing with the briefcase at the ringside, so Rollins was getting distracted. Rollins ends up getting rolled up and gets pinned. Heath Slater gets the win, so Ambrose gets to pick the stipulation for the match between the two at SummerSlam. What's that?
I'm saying we could even see tomorrow night at main event, possibly Heath Slater versus Rollins, or on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I would not mind. I would love to see that match. Oh, and they also announced that at SmackDown, Ambrose will be picking the stipulation for the match at SummerSlam. You say it's going to be a cage match, correct?
I think that'd be the only way you could keep everyone out.
I think that he's going to pick ladder match for the briefcase. He
Well,
did
there's
tear
no
the contract up. Yeah, so he ripped it up. So I just have a feeling he's going to make it a ladder match.
I hope JBL.
For the Money in the
I
Bank.
hope it's a kendo stick.
I hope it's a ladder match because those guys would still destroy Definitely. Really? That's different.
That'd be awesome. JBL, that'd be freaking awesome. 1,000 kendo sticks around the ring. That'd be sweet. But yeah, a ladder match would be freaking awesome. But when's the last time you seen a singles ladder match?
Hello? It's like we just saw SummerSlam yesterday, singles match in IC title.
I know, but recently.
It's like reliving that SummerSlam, in my opinion.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I meant, when's the last time you recently seen a singles ladder match?
And you haven't, and these two guys could definitely have one.
Oh, yeah, easy.
So, yeah, Rollins loses. Ambrose gets to pick the stipulation. We're interested in finding out what happens. Tune in this Friday on SmackDown. Let's get into the Stephanie McMahon, Brie Bella contract signing. Brie Bella, you know, what all did she say? I have it written down. Let me see if I can pull it up. She basically just kind of says she's doing this for Vicky Guerrero. I'm sorry. The Rhodes family. Everybody in the back in the locker room that she's pretty much, shitted on. She didn't really say that, but that's pretty much what she meant. And that at SummerSlam, Karma was gonna hit her in the ass, and that she was gonna beat her. Just the regular, face stuff. Just to get her.
To me, that kind of came off more as a heel promo for Brie than a face in a way. She said, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to embarrass you at SummerSlam. It kind of came more off a heelish promo a little bit, but it worked, I guess.
Yeah, well, Stephanie McMahon is just 10 times better than Brie Bella on the mic, so I guess she's trying to make herself look.
Well, she's probably better than every diva on the mic, with the exception of AJ, maybe. Yeah,
true. I'm just saying that, she's probably trying to get herself... Oh, we forgot the Bo Dallas R-Truth match. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
That's something to really talk about.
So, the losing streak didn't count?
Yeah, let's see if I have a brief...
Last week never happened.
Yeah, she says that this is for Vicky Guerrero, for the Big Show, the Rhodes family, and every other person that they tortured every week. Brie says that one thing about karma is that it always comes around, and she also said it's about to come crashing down around her like she can't even imagine. Brie calls her a piece of trash and slides a contract to her, which Brie signed. Stephanie says that she is fourth generation McMahon, calls her a wannabe reality star who is only trying to use Stephanie as a way to make a name for herself.
Before this started, I like how Triple H did this. He's saying, I am not the COO. I am not Triple H the game. I am a husband. That's it. So he basically said, he was basically turning into the, in a way, without really doing it so much, almost telling you something was going to happen. Basically, because he wasn't the boss. You know, he was just there to help her get over on Brie.
Yeah. I mean, Stephanie McMahon just ripped into her. She said, Stephanie asked her who the piece of trash is now. Stephanie says she is embarrassed just being in the same ring as her. Stephanie signs the contract and says at SummerSlam she is going to tear her heart out. She then hits Nikki in the face with the contract as Triple H backs Brie into the corner with the table. Triple H is holding Brie back while Stephanie McMahon then pedigrees Nikki Bella. Triple H then turns around and starts doing yes chants to Brie Bella while Brie Bella slaps Triple H. She tries to climb over the table to get to Stephanie, which then Stephanie slams her into the table, and then ends up pedigreeing Brie Bella in the middle of the ring. And that pretty much ends Raw, where they, Triple H and her hug and kiss at the end of Raw. I mean, Stephanie McMahon did a mighty good pedigree. I mean, both of them were really good. I gotta give her major props on that. The WWE mentioning $9.99 every other hour, every minute, every second got annoying after a while. I thought it was kind of silly. I mean, I do understand why they're doing it. I understand the route, but I mean, you don't have to mention it in every segment, in every match. I mean, it just got kind of tiring and annoying to the point to where, I wanted to actually mute the TV. It just got out of hand.
I mean, that's all they did tonight. Is like they even at one point they even wrote it on a piece of paper and held it up, and it's just like wow. And then Triple H to end the show before he started the contract signing, he said, "You can see this glorious, great match live on WWE Network." But the best part of that thing at the beginning, that his very last thing when he said that, was when the crowd just chanted $9.99. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of getting old.
Yes, very old.
All in all, Raw tonight, I guess it was I want to say it was I'm just going to say I'm in between on the Raw. And that's the first time I've said that in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, because we were due for a bad Raw. I'm not saying it was a bad Raw, but it wasn't a good Raw either. But because we were due for one, because the last 2 weeks, Raw has been really good.
Yeah, this tonight was...
Stephanie getting arrested.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right tonight. The contract signing definitely was a must-see thing to see tonight. Other than that, Raw was just...
Raw should be epic, and at one of those great go-home show Raws. You got Hogan's birthday, you got Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman. I mean, Cena's going to be there, I assume.
Yeah, tonight was definitely a filler Raw.
A video package from The Rock, I would assume. Wishing Hogan happy birthday.
Yeah, maybe. But, yeah, that pretty much wraps up our Raw review for tonight. We're both kind of half on it on the Raw tonight. There's some good things, there were some bad things. The contract signing was definitely the best part of Raw. Yeah, we'll be back again Thursday night with our Impact review. The hashtag It Happens with Dixie Carter, so we'll give our thoughts and opinions on that. And then we'll be back again on Sunday with the Wrestling Talk Sunday episode number 5. Appreciate all the views we got on last Sunday's episode, and we appreciate all the Raw and TNA views we got last week. Very, very appreciative. We didn't think we were going to get that many, and we got like triple the amount of views towards our subscribers. So, we only have so many subscribers, and when we get so many views, it's like wow. So we really do appreciate it. If any of you guys have comments or items down below you want to say to us, just leave a comment or subscribe or dislike if you want. If you do, you hate our channel, dislike, then we'll just, we'll know we're doing something wrong and we'll try to change it up. But yeah, we'll be back again Thursday with another Impact review. Not sure what goes down. I think there's like a triple not triple, 6-man tag match or something.
It's like a
Hardcore
hardcore
match.
match, I believe.
Yeah, so that's something to pretty to check out in other NYC crowds. So the crowd's gonna be into it. And then we'll be back on Sunday, give our thoughts and opinions throughout the week of what happened in the wrestling business. We can also give you our thoughts of what stipulation Dean Ambrose picked, and our thoughts on SmackDown and stuff like that. So if you're curious to know, just check us out on Sunday at around, I would say, 1 or 2 Eastern, usually when we're doing our Wrestling Talk Sunday. But that's going to end Raw review tonight. Any last words before we end Raw tonight?
Yes, follow,
Raw review. Home show.
please.
Yes, believe. Thank you. Yes, we'll be back Thursday night for Impact review. So if you're a TNA fan, please check us out. And yeah, that's going to end our show tonight. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you guys Thursday night.